All right, so let's do this. I'm on my way to lunch in the beautiful Lake of Nona, and I actually like taking the scenic route. I think it's a scenic route because it's got all the really nice houses, ones that I could have afforded 4 years ago before, you know, the economy went to shit. But they're still nice. They're still very nice houses, and yeah, they're just nice to come through and look at, to be honest. And you got that thing, gah, beautiful. Bunch of rich people here. It's wild. Amazing explorers. Got something in my eye. Had to raise my visor. Yeah, it's nice going through these neighborhoods just because, you know, there's a lot of these nice houses and stuff. It's just one of those suburban areas that you kind of see on TV. Some of them are duplexes, which I am not a fan of, but, you know, it is what it is. They're stupid nice. And they got some nicer ones down to the left back there, and then over here they're still building on. Yep. All the way over there. That one they're still building. But yeah, so enough about houses. We're not here for the economy or houses. We're here because this is a Ruckus video. Ooh, that's a good looking Miata. Nice. Don't see those too often when they're not clapped out. Yeah, so I am an ophthalmic technician and I work for the government. The job is great at times until I gotta work on a weekend, and that sucks, but it is what it is. It pays the bills. I'm happy with it. Like look at these, man, just nice as shit. Yeah, squirrel. So the topic today is there is no topic. This is just me going to be rambling on the majority of the time. But I am on my way to go and grab some one gas, and then that'll be after though on my way back. But I'm thinking Cane's or Chick-fil-A. I can't really decide. Like, I love Cane's. Huey Magoo's is a little too far to go to, but last time I broke down because my starter went out was at Chick-fil-A. This Chick-fil-A that I'm going to. So, do I risk it again even though I got a better starter this time? Or do I just, you know, scratching my eye again. Or just trust that the bike's been doing well for the last few days. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do Chick-fil-A. Fuck this. But I do need gas. So far, the range on this that I've seen is 60 miles to the tank. But I know I can go further than that. I just haven't tested it out yet. It is something I need to do. So I have a better representation. But I like knowing that I can go 60 miles comfortably. And that get me where I need to go to. God, man, I got something in my eye. Put some drops in when I get to work. But yeah, this is a badass little thing. I gotta redo some stuff, like everything paint wise. I never painted really anything like this before, so I tried to do it the best I could. I sanded it down, all that jazz, prepped it what I thought was correctly, but I still got cracks in it all up in here, all up around everywhere I've cut, even here, which I didn't know how I got. Yeah, I need a pro to do it. That's the one thing I hated about this entire thing, was painting. It was my least favorite thing to do. And I've painted on my Kia Forte that I had, I painted the interior pieces the same as that color as the car. I did not prep. I did all that shit outside. Yeah. Needless to say, it did not look anything like what the car's paint looked like. It was bad. But for trying to color match, it didn't look too bad. Like, it still won me some car shows. So can't complain too much about it, but I'm just bad at painting. Now mind you, the rest of the frame itself though is nice. Like, everything that was actually sandblasted was good. You know, I don't have too many complaints about that, but it's still the fact of, you know, it's one of those, like, I wish it could have been better, but it wasn't. And there's nothing I can really do about it. Oh. Gravel. There we go. So, one of these days I'll rip this thing apart and actually paint it the colors I wanted to, which were supposed to be the Dyson Air Wrap colors, the limited edition that they had, which was a purple and like a copper. But the company, the only company I could find that could make it, was selling I think a gallon for like $300, and I wanted to get a gallon of paint for everything just because, you know, I wanted to have extra in case I needed it. But here we are. Part this bad boy right here up front. All right, go in here and get my basic ass sandwich. All right, time to get some gas. Lunchtime is over. Gotta make it to the gas station first. Oh, Jesus Christ. Don't try to breathe in and think at the same time. All right. Nice. All right. He's going to try and turn. I don't know why she was trying to flag me down. Like, do you not know what I'm on? Probably not. I should have gone slower. That's alright. Trying to grab some gas soon. Oh. Yeah, I definitely ate too much though. Jesus. Yep. I like how everybody just gets on your ass on a moped. Got a racetrack up there. So I used to only fill my Kia Stinger that I had. because that's the only place around here that has E85. So, but now I don't have to worry about that because I traded my Stinger in because I had a lemon. Very sure I had a lemon. Transmission went out at 13,000 miles and I hadn't even done anything to it. I added a catch can, that was about it. And yeah, it was just depressing. And then it went out 50,000 miles later, same exact issue it had then. And I was like, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I put a lot of miles on it when I was living in Nashville. And I was like, I just need to get rid of this, get something with better gas mileage, and go from there. But yeah, I got me a RAV4 because I wanted to try something different, something that wasn't a car. I wanted good gas mileage, so I figured, you know, why not get a Toyota and a RAV4 hybrid. But I miss that Stinger so much. I think I was close to 480 wheel horsepower to the rear on a Map 5 with a JB4, and when I had the Pro Tuner, I had it on Map 2, and I was probably around the same. But I started giving out, and on my way to go trade in the RAV4, I noticed, well, trade in the Stinger, I noticed that the on the way down to Tampa, the transmission started slipping third gear again, and I was like, okay, I gotta baby this thing all the way down. And I did. It was about to have another transmission issue, and they just fixed it, you know, not even 10,000 miles prior to that. So definitely one of those. I'm glad I got rid of it when I did. I hated it, you know, as far as getting rid of it, because that was my baby. But at the same time, it was time, you know. It was definitely something I didn't want to do. But maybe one day I'll own another fast car. We'll see. We'll see. Until then, I'm going to be using my RAV4 as an overland vehicle. And, you know, go from there. Nice. Alright, let's get some gas. Put the good old 87 in this. I should just put 95, well, 93, but I've heard a lot of people say it didn't do anything positive at all, which is expected because it's not meant for 93, but they're saying it hurt the engine in some way. I don't believe that, but that's okay, because here we are. Oh shit, can't even get the peg down. Okay, not bad. Not bad. No, I don't want a receipt. But, go me, being a genius. Alright, everything's good. There we go. Alright, let's do this. Got the music playing. Got my visor down now. Shit, the sun. Alright. some of the gear, just because since I'm still new to it and whatnot, I don't have all the gear I'd like to have, but I got some good gear, I'd say. I wear a Ruckus helmet with the shockwave adapter inside of it, but I got the 3.0. Yeah, I got a 3.0, just plain black. The one I want is the 4.0. I have a feeling those are about to get phased out soon, though, for a new model. And the one I want was on sale for like 20% off. It was still like $500, which obviously you don't go cheap on a helmet. I kind of did, but I got this one on sale for, I think it was $300, and it was $5, I believe. But either way, the one I want, I'll eventually upgrade, just because the shockwave system in this one, it plays everything audio great. Like, it's perfect because it's Harman Kardon. But anytime I try to connect to a call or something, it is loud as shit on the other line. It's just staticky, and there's nothing that can be done. So the new shockwave system that they've got apparently is better, but this isn't the first time that somebody's had an issue with the shockwave not doing phone calls correctly. So 280, that's what we're gonna go with. 280 miles, see how far we can get. Got my little indicator on. We cater abso-fruitly. Never heard of them. Some acai bowls and smoothies. Actually looks pretty good, I ain't gonna lie. Abso-fruitly. Check them out on Instagram. Free shout out, even though I got nothing for viewers. Not yet. I'm sure I got a few now, after this video has been out for a little bit at least. But that is one thing that I'll say, is that I don't think I want to get too big into like how some of these vloggers are and whatnot. Like, they just, like, this is part of their life, which is fine. I get it. You know, it's how they make income, or a portion of their income, and I'm not too worried about that, because, you know, I make good money as it is. Like, I'm very well off with what I bring home from my job and whatnot. But, you know, maybe down the road, whenever I get big, if I get big, get sponsored or something. Be a big sponsor, nothing like, you know, shark racing or some shit like that. Hell, I honestly wouldn't mind being sponsored by Ruckus here in the States. That I like their shit. It's nice. So I would definitely like to get sponsored by them if I could, but it's not on the list of things. Like, I used to, when I used to play airsoft religiously, I wanted to get sponsored, you know, by Tokyo Marui or God, who is it? I forget one of the other brands I used to run. But I wanted to get sponsored by them, but I eventually got out of it because of the military and such. And so back then, being sponsored, even when I was doing car stuff, you know, I wanted to be that car guy that got sponsored, you know, with a car channel and shit. But it didn't dawn on me that, you know, honestly, you kind of need a garage for, you know, a lot of the stuff that car guys, you know, get sponsored for. You know, you got to have the time to do it. You got to have all this other stuff that I just didn't have access to. So I kind of gave up on it, and I had a chance to get, like, partially sponsored by a couple it's a smaller mid-grade company, something like that. I was at the time. I remember I was trying to get sponsored by Mishimoto. Granted, the only thing they were going to do is send out lug nuts, but because that's at the time that's all my car was good for from anything they offered. But the whole sponsor thing, it's great that some people can get it, but also, like, on top of that, I want to be true. And I know a lot of people say that in the beginning of, you know, like whenever they're talking about, like, oh, I just want to be true to this or true to myself and true to all the people, and then they get sponsored and then they're like, oh yeah, this product is amazing, I use this all the time. And of course, like, you'll find them and yeah, they're using it, but, you know, in their heart, the only reason why they're saying it's a great product is because they're sponsored, and for them to get monetary gain or, you know, free shit for that on, they gotta say good reviews. And I get it, but I'm a bit too honest. I can't sell myself to do that kind of shit, because I'm not a liar. Like, wow, man. Pull out. So I would rather, if I got sponsored, like, let the company, like, have the company let me be my own person. Yeah, if it's a good product, I'll say good things about it, but at the same time, if it's a bad product, I'm gonna say bad things. You know, I give it my honest review. But coming back up to work, gotta cut it off.